Hey, hi. I'm Mona, Secret Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for the 1st of July. Oh yeah, 1st of July. Yeah. Um, I'm outside because like we went on our walk and everything, whatever this morning. Oh, I added to my walk this morning. Yeah. You know, when I go for a walk at the park over there, there's like I do 2 laps, right? And you know, when I go there, there's a one bench, a second bench, and a third bench. So now what I've decided to do is that every time I get to a bench, I do 5 push-ups. Yeah, can you imagine after a month of doing that, how strong I will be, like my arms? So I figure I'll just add that to the routine in the morning. It's only 5, and I'll tell you what, like when I'm done with those 2 laps, I'm tired. My arms are tired, and I only do 5. I don't try to be like Superwoman. No, I just easily do it because eventually after doing that a lot, I'll just get better over time. Anyways, but for right now, I'm doing it slow, but it's a good because I don't have weights or anything here. I don't do lift weights. So, I mean, that's good. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So anyways, I'm outside because you see I have the ear cleaners, right? Cotton swabs, right? So what I had figured out yesterday was that, like, I have they're growing, right? But they only get to a certain point and then they die off. So I went on YouTube, of course, because you can find how to do things on YouTube, with the gardening. And so what I did was I looked it up, and then I found out it's probably either because it's underwatered, which is a no. Okay. I water in the morning and at night. I don't flood them though. I just give them enough because during the day it will dry out. Yeah. And oh, I see one is turning yellow. Well, I'm giving something a try. So I'm going to tell you what I did. Everything has a hole. So there's drainage. So it's not like it's rotting under there because it's really growing strong, the plant. But for some reason, the squash was not. It just gets to a certain point and die. But then I found out from YouTube that, okay, it's not the overwatering. It's not the calcium. I guess if it's low in calcium. Because I put plant food there. You know what it is? It's because they're not being fertilized. So, because this plant has a male and a female plant. This is the male plant. I don't know if you can see because I'm pointing. And this is a female plant. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take a Q-tip. You open that. When it opens in the morning, it didn't open this morning. Probably because the sun didn't hit it, or I don't know. Because sometimes I see big stars out here, and that's when the plant is opening. But what I did was I took a Q-tip and I went around the inside of the male plant, and then I went inside of this one and did it in there. And I did the same thing. I did the same thing with these two, but you know what? These two, it might work. That one that I just showed you, it might not because it's already looks like it's dying out. We'll see. Okay, I still don't know what this is. I think it might be tomatillo. I don't want to press too hard, And this is, oh, look at that. I have a pepper. I have a pepper. I didn't know that. I didn't notice it this morning. Those are scallops, or not scallops, what, shallots, like the onion, that kind of onion. This is a broccoli. I don't know what's going on with this broccoli, but is that how it grows? I don't know. I do like to take off these yellow, I do like to take off the things that turn yellow because when they do, that means they're dying, and then it's taking nutrients away from the other stuff. This is more of that tomato plant over there because I was doing an experiment and I found out it worked. And when I found out it worked, this right here, these are different tomatoes. Whatever I did over there to make them grow here, I grabbed a little piece of the tomato plant over there by the church and I planted it here, and they're starting to root. Because I got the little tiny tomatoes, and then here the basil's starting to flower for seeds, but it used to be a big bush. Today I cut them all down. So yeah, I cut them all down and then watered them, and that's it. And so yeah, I want to show you guys how much basil I got. And I did look online. And I found out that how to dry it, because I don't want it to go to waste. It doesn't seem like all the stuff I cut off today really, like, it didn't show it that it really, like, there were many bad leaves on it. Like, there's no bugs back there. That's why I had to fertilize the zucchini myself, because there's no bees around there except those wasps. And I don't know if wasps do that. So, but here's what I got. I just washed them. This is a lot. I left a little out there. I'm probably not going to use it for right now, and these were like the bad leaves I kind of took off. So I'm going to let these dry out, and I found out that I can put it in the oven for like, I think it was 150. I have to relook it up. I can't remember. And then do it for like an hour and a half, and then they're going to dry out, and then I put them in a mason jar or a glass jar, which that's another thing. Another thing that I think I'm going to do, I'm going to take all the non-stick pans that I have, like those, and I'm throwing them all out. She left me a lot of pans that are non-stick. Yeah. Like the stainless steel, and plus I had a couple, so I'm going to get rid of those forever chemical pans, because I don't like that. And I'm going to get rid of, I think I'm going to get rid of most of my plastics. But I'm not going to use plastic anymore to like put things away or store. So I'm going to try to find maybe something like you know how they have Tupperwares that you can put leftover foods in? I'm going to try to find something that's like that, that's glass, or I don't know, because to be quite honest with you, I think it just has to be stored in a jar if I have leftovers, because even if you buy like a glass container, it has a plastic lid. So I don't think that's a good idea either. So yeah, it's okay. But yeah, that's all I have going on. Oh, and then let me have my coffee. I'm tired because I was already working out a lot today. It's barely like 8:30, and I'm gonna have my coffee, because when I went for that walk, I already had set up my coffee maker. So I'm gonna have a coffee and sit down for a minute, and then maybe I'll just do my workouts and stuff until the middle of the day. Then I'll take a shower. Yeah. Sometimes I don't take a shower for like 1 or 2 days over here, or even 3. Yeah. It's because I don't care. But I know I don't stink, because I do use deodorant, or I don't know if I stink. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Who knows? But yeah. But today I feel like, oh yeah, I should probably shower. You know? Shoot, when I was on the road in the beginning, I was so frantic. When I first started traveling, like, I need a shower. I was so used to that. I need a shower. But then by the time the 4 years was over, it was like, shower today? I don't feel like it. You know, and it's like, you know, sometimes over there, I remember like going like 5 days. I don't think any more than 5 days though. Okay. If anything, I would jump into a body of water somewhere. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think, especially if I'm in the mountains and there's no body of water. Yeah, I want to try to get cleaned up after a couple days. But if I'm by a lake or something like that, then yeah. I don't care. I'll just smell like lake water. My dogs do. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's all I have for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and have my coffee. Turn on some MasterChef, because that's what I have on all day, MasterChef, you know? And you know, yeah, it's good for me to watch things like that, food stuff, or watch anything with people who are heavy and everything, because when I look at that, I lose appetite. Yeah. I noticed that when I was at my sister's, or actually I noticed that a long time ago, when And this was when my mom was still alive, and this is when my sister lived in um I think in Spokane. She had a house right there with my mom, and then they moved to some sort of trailer place. I don't know. I don't like trailer houses, but she moved to some place like that. But it was before, when she was living in an actual house, and I remember going there, and they're both kind of heavy, but they were both eating so much, eating that it made me lose my appetite. It was just, like, y'all are eating too much, snacking too much. And then, another thing that reaffirmed me that, yeah. And I didn't even realize it because I wasn't really eating much. I was drinking a lot of things. It was the last time I went to my sister's house. Yeah, I gained like 20 pounds. From too many sweets and sugary drinks. I didn't realize, I wasn't really wanting to eat, but I did want to drink a lot. But the thing is I was over drinking too many sugary drinks, and that accumulates weight too. So, and I was doing more than normal. Because on the normal, I drink like water. I like to drink water. I like to drink pomegranate juice, but I don't drink that at full strength. I will drink like, if I have a cup, like say I have, let me show you guys. I don't know how to explain it. So if I have, where's the cups? Did I put it away? Oh, these are the cups I have. I have 2 of these because a lady, she left me 2 of these. They have a star on it, like a Dallas Cowboys, right? Anyways, so if I do pour myself like a juice, I'll pour the juice up to here, and then I'll fill the rest of it with water because it's too much sugar. Yeah, I don't need a lot of sugar. I don't really, and then I won't feel like I was hydrated either. But I ran out of the palm, so I have to get some. I'll probably get some in the middle of the day when I take them for their walk. I'll stop off at the HEB and grab me one. I'm probably gonna go to Port Lavaca. Because this HEB only has the little bottles. I need the big bottle. But that's in a couple days. I think I might be going to Port Lavaca because I'm trying to get some pills for my dogs. It just depends on if the vet calls me back. But yeah, I will do that, and then I will put maybe a sweet and low in there. But then I was thinking, you know what? I was reading about things about sweeteners. Listen, I know that sweet and low can cause cancer. I already know that. It's been known for years, right? Like, and that's another thing. Like the government wants to strip you of certain, items, so you don't have them in your grocery shelves, like food coloring, whatever, because it's bad for you, because it can cause cancer. Well, doesn't cigarette can cause cancer? Can't cigarette kill you? What else? Yeah, sweet and low, that can cause cancer. I don't want to talk too much more about politics because I get overly I don't get passionate when it comes to that. I get angry. I know the difference between anger and passion, and I get angry. So yeah, I don't want to really talk about it. But yeah. So, I'm gonna do my basil, dry my basil out, and then work out. But I'm kind of pretty, I think the garden is neat. It keeps me busy, keeps me on my toes, keeps me moving. I've learned a lot of stuff about gardening. So that's cool. So now what I'm gonna do, and if I go out and check it, if it worked, I'll show you guys. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just wait and see if, from me using that Q-tip and trying to fertilize what is the word? Germinate, right? I can't remember the word. Germinate, I think that is, or something. Trying to, get the male plant for the female plant into the pistils of the... I studied that stuff in school, but for some reason, sometimes when I come on here, I forget the words that I'm trying to say. It's okay. I'll explain to you some other way, and then I'll figure it out, and you can look it up. Because that's what I do. I look stuff up with a dictionary. I have a bookshelf right there. have important books that are important to me, anyways. Or well, actually, there are. I think most of my books are up there that I actually have, because, like the books on the road and stuff, like I already gave them away or put them in those little. Sometimes when you travel, when you travel and you go to a little town, they have a little thing, like a little book box. You know, you can take one and you can put one. It's like a free. You know, it's cute, but I've left a couple books in some of those things in the past. You know. Because I already finished it, and traveling on the road, I can't be carrying heavy books, you know, like, and keep collecting. I can't do that. So I was just leaving books. I never really found anything I could ever take, but at least I left something, you know. But yeah, that's it. You know, if anything else happens today, I'll let you know. But really, kind of nothing. So yeah. I'm Mona, the Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for July 1st, 2025, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.